Tottenham Hotspur have thanked Joao Palhinha. Jota Silva has joined Olympiacos. Real Madrid expect Aurelian Tchouameni to stay this summer, and Bruno Guimaraes has told the club he wants to join Arsenal. Here are your daily Premier League news headlines. Hi everyone, hope you're well. Welcome back to the channel and to another edition of the Daily Premier League News Headlines, where I'll be going through all the latest news, rumours and reports. My name's Lee The Dorset Spur, and if you're watching on YouTube, please like, comment and subscribe to the channel. If you're listening on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. Let's get into it. Here are the main headlines today. Tottenham have thanked Joao Palhinha, with the midfielder not returning to the club following the end of his loan spell. Spurs have signed midfielders Matheus Fernandes and Sandro Tonali this summer for a combined £185 million. Last week, Palhinha confirmed his Spurs exit, having joined on a season-long loan from Bayern Munich, where he has returned with a potential move back to Sporting in the offing. 5 days on from Portugal international's exit confirmation, Spurs posted a message thanking him for his efforts after he helped save Spurs from relegation, including a final day winning goal over Everton. Spurs said, stepping up when we needed him most and giving everything for the club. You will always be part of our family, Joao. Nottingham Forest can confirm that Jota Silva has joined Olympiacos on loan for the 26-27 season, with the Greek side holding the option to make the deal permanent at the end of the campaign. Real Madrid expect Aurelian Tchouameni to stay this summer and do not want to sell the midfielder. Sky Sports News understands returning boss Jose Mourinho sees him as a key part of the squad for the season ahead. There are reports this morning in France that he could even sign a new contract at the Bernabeu. Tchouameni has been high on Manchester United's list of summer targets, but they are now in the process of completing the signings of midfielders Andre Santos from Chelsea and Ederson from Atalanta. Manchester United have agreed a £50 million deal to sign Chelsea midfielder Andre Santos. Newcastle captain Bruno Guimaraes has told the club he wants to join Arsenal. It has been confirmed to Sky Sports News. Former Brighton goalkeeper Kjell Jpin is among the names Ipswich's summer shortlist. The Dutchman, now at Royal Union St Gilloise, is one of the options under consideration as the Tractor Boys look to bolster their goalkeeping options ahead of their return to the Premier League. Newcastle goalkeeper Nick Pope is another. Jpin, who is 6'8", has had one previous spell at the Premier League after joining Brighton from Ajax in 2021. While on Brighton's books, Jpin spent time out on loan before moving permanently to Brighton's partner club, Union St Gilloise, last summer. The 26-year-old kept an impressive 21 clean sheets in 43 appearances for the Belgian club last season. Crystal Palace are close to signing free agent Oscar Mingueza. The Sky Sports News understands Mingueza, whose Celta Vigo contract has expired, underwent his medical ahead of a move to Selhurst Park on Wednesday. The defender is expected to sign a 4-year deal with Palace. Jesse Derry has signed a new 6-year deal at Chelsea. The 19-year-old arrived from Crystal Palace on a 4-year contract last summer, but has now agreed fresh terms until 2032. Derry, the son of former Palace and Leeds midfielder Sean Derry, made his senior Chelsea debut in February and his first Premier League start in May. The winger is due to arrive in Lisbon on Thursday to complete a medical before joining Sporting on a season-long loan. Derry said, just having that little snippet of playing for the first team last season, I couldn't have thought of anywhere else I'd want to be in the future. It was a no-brainer. So, just some thoughts on these stories. Well, we knew very much that Palhinha was going to move on after we looked at signing these two players. He's going to drop down the pecking order. He did brilliantly for us whilst he was there. great tackler, scored some really important goals as well, including the one against Everton that secured our Premier League survival. So I think he will be missed. I think he's not the best player in the world for sure, but he gave everything and really wanted to succeed at the club, and you can't ask for more than that. For me, a player that gives everything for the shirt is more important than being the most talented player in the squad, if I'm being honest. I think he'll always be a legend for the club. And I know we ban that word around all the time, but I think those sort of players will always have an affinity with Spurs, whatever he does going forward. Hopefully he gets his move back to Portugal, which I think is what he was looking for. So good luck to him, and as Spurs said, he will always be part of the family. The other big one on there that really kind of touched me is this number one about Bruno Guimaraes. I know there wasn't a lot said about it, but he's told the club he wants to leave to join Arsenal, which you kind of understand. They are the champions, unfortunately, and you know, he wants to be part of their future if they're going to continue to dominate and win, many trophies over the next sort of few years. Then he wants to be part of that, which he's not going to get at Newcastle, it would seem. But it's a big hit for Newcastle. I get why their fans are really getting fed up at this moment in time. You know, they've just lost Tonoli to us, and they've obviously lost Gordon as well. And there's even talk down here about the Newcastle goalkeeper going to Ipswich. So it looks like their squad is getting, decimated. Really, all their players are moving on, which to a certain extent is a compliment, because their players have done so well for Newcastle, that they're actually getting bought up by other clubs that kind of are trying to get to the next level themselves. So yeah, it's a shame for Newcastle. I'm sure they'll be absolutely seething at that. Bear in mind, he is the captain as well, and he has been very, very influential for them. So yeah, big change there coming. So we'll see how that works out. And then just finally, Jota Silva going to Olympiacos from Nottingham Forest as well. They're basically just buying players between themselves and helping their financial situation, it would seem. Enough said about all of that, to be honest. But yeah, I personally don't like the idea of multi-club ownership. I think it lends itself to the ability to fiddle the books. I'm not saying that's what Forest are doing or have done or whatever. I don't want to cause any kind of controversy about that, but it does open itself up to that sort of thing. And we have seen things going on, with clubs selling their women's teams to themselves, and venues and hotels and all the rest of it. So I just feel this kind of opens itself up to that kind of abuse. So yeah. So anyway, listen, that's it for today. Short and sweet. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you are watching on YouTube, please like, comment and subscribe to the channel. If you're listening on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. My name's Lee The Dorset Spur. If you'd like to pop over and say hi on my channel, I'd be more than happy to have you over there. It'll be a pleasure to entertain you when I can. I'll see you on the next one, and as always, up the Spurs.